Hey everyone, this is Croetic with the Burst core team, and today I'm going to give you a little instruction on how to use assets inside the Burst wallet. So as you can see, this is the Burst Windows client, and you should know how to use this. If not, there's a video showing you how to do that, but it's real simple. You should have your wallets here, and you shouldn't have as many as me, but you'll have some. And just double click on it to load your password, right click and paste, and log into the wallet. And once you get into the wallet, you're going to see your account balance, your forged balance, which is if you're mining with this wallet, you'll see a balance there, and I believe it only shows solo. So if you're mining on a pool, you may not see anything show up there. And my graphics card glitches a little bit, so you may see some of that. Anyways, so you'll see here where it says assets owned. Right now, this wallet, I have 3 assets that I own, and that shows the assets that you currently have as far as how many. And over here on the left-hand side is the asset exchange. If you click that button, you can see all of the different assets that you have in your wallet. Mine has a bunch of extras here because I have added them and they're saved in my database. But the ones that are yellowish, those are the ones that you actually own. So you can see if you click on them, you'll see the buys and sells come up. And I'm not sure if this glitch is showing up on the screen or not, but it's kind of glitching. This is my graphics card having problems, but you can see here this is the Burst Staker asset, and let me see if I can pull that up here really quick. Sorry, I should have had this ready, but just going to get the link for the description so you can see where you find out the information about these assets. Generally, you're going to find out the information from bitcointalk forum. So I'll show you here. This was the announcement that I made about the Burst Staker asset. It explains what the asset is and what the release detail is. This particular asset is a staking asset, which is why it's called Burst Staker. Makes sense, right? And what it is a bunch of different coins here that are all staked, and then 80% of those are sold and Burst is purchased and is paid out to the asset holders. 20% goes back into the staked coins so that the staking addresses will get larger. If you know anything about staking, you'll know that the more coin you hold, the more coin gets staked. So it makes sense to kind of reinvest some of that back into the staking. So I'm doing that. And so that's the information here usually. And I'll post a link to the new Burst OP so you can see all of the new information on Burst is all posted here. So a lot of the assets are going to be announced here. The roadmap is going to be announced here, and the release of the new websites and things like that. So I'll post a link for this in this video, and you can check that out. But so you're going to get the information on your asset from a place like this. Someone will post that information, and they'll give you an asset ID. And all you need to do to add the asset is come into your Burst wallet, click Add Asset, and paste the asset ID. So you're going to copy it, paste it, and in this case the asset ID comes up here. Once you've pasted it, it shows up like this. And you have a typical market like you would have on any other coin exchange, anything like that. And that's what's really cool about Burst with the asset exchange built inside of it. You have not only a market on top of Burst with Bitcoin and Burst translation between each other, you also have the asset exchange, which you can issue tokens or whatever you'd like, just like Ethereum's doing with the DAO or whatever nonsense they got going on there. So, but this here, you can see is something that you can get basically an APR on a holding of your coins. So instead of just holding them in your wallet here where they're not making a percentage, you come into the asset exchange and you purchase assets and they pay out. I mean, most of them are going to pay out. These three that I release pay out per month. The Burst Staker is based on staking coins like we just talked about. Burst Team is based on a pool of ours, which I'll show you. This here is a clone of the original pool called Burst Ninja, and it loads a lot better on a little bit bigger resolution. But you can see we have 100 miners now in this pool, and it costs the miners 2% of their mined coins to mine on the pool, and that 2% is paid out to the asset holders. And not only that, there's a couple miners here. This Burst City 1 is a miner for BitInt asset, and the other one here, where is it? There it is, Burst Team, which is actually now on the top of the list here, meaning it's one of the largest miners on the pool, is a miner for the Burst Team asset. So this gets paid out to the asset, and so does 2% of every single miner, what they make on the pool. So that's what the Burst Team asset is, and that's also what BitInt asset is. It's just based off of the other pool, Burst.Ninja, which they're clones of each other, that we had the code custom written. The front end still needs a little bit of development work, so we're going to get somebody to modify that a little bit, but they're really solid pools. They've been running quite a while. Burst.Ninja has been around since basically Burst's inception, and it's a very large pool. You can see here the ones that go all the way across like this. That means that Burst Ninja pool won that block. So you can see that it hits quite a few blocks, and that's one of the reasons we started the other pool, is to kind of make this pool a little bit less powerful, move some of the miners off of there, because it got to very large percentage of the network. So but anyways, so this is a couple of the different assets, and you can see there are other assets I have here, like Margin is another good one. This is based off of, if I remember correctly, a trading bot, and it generates profits and gets paid out. Another one that I like is called Vector, and Vector is an asset trading asset, so that's kind of cool. The Vector account comes through the Burst Asset Exchange and makes trades, and then whatever profit it makes is paid out to the asset holders. So that's pretty neat too. Those are the only 5 assets that I would really fully suggest at this point. But you can always see the new asset releases on the forums and check it all out. And to buy, you literally come in here and you tell how many you want to buy. Say I wanted to buy 600 of these, and if you wanted to buy it at the only sell order here, you can buy it straight from here and it'll go immediately into your balance. And you can see your balance by clicking My Assets, and it shows your balance and what their current value is based on the highest bid, not the lowest ask. The ask is the sells, bids are the buys. So it goes off of what you could actually sell it for right now. So that'll tell you the value in Burst over here, and that's where you can tell which assets this wallet holds. So come back to the asset exchange, say I wanted to buy 600 of these, and I wanted to buy it straight from the asset issuer because that's the main sell here, and I would just click buy, come back, load my wallet, double click on the one that I'm using, and paste passphrase, click buy asset, and now I have successfully put in a buy. And once the next block clears, this transaction will happen, and I will end up with 600 more Burst Staker assets in my account. And it's really simple. If you've used any sort of coin exchange, this is exactly the same setup. And to sell it is the same thing. If you sell into a buy order, it's going to happen no matter what. Or if you place a sell that, say you wanted to sell right below the asset issuer for whatever reason, you're like, oh, I kind of need to sell these, I need some coin back, whatever. You wanted to sell it at 49, you could come in and place a sell at 49 and it would come in right here. Another better example, because that asset's really new, it hasn't had much trade activity yet, ByteInt has had a lot of trade activity, so if you come into ByteInt, you'll see a lot more buys and sells. So over here, you can see the lowest price that people are wanting to sell the asset for right now is about 94, and this asset, when it was released, was initially at 15. So you could see the increase in the price of this asset. It's been running for almost 2 years. It's backed by myself and a couple other members of the Burst team that we call ourselves Byte Enterprises, which actually is going to be a company soon. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on with this asset. You can see it's actually been trading up as high as 94, actually up as high as 118 here recently. So this asset has made some people some serious money. For example, my aunt turned $300 into close to $3,000 in about 7 months. So there's some real potential here to make some great returns. And if you wanted to sell some of this, say you have some ByteInt, I don't think this account has any, it actually is in a sell right here at 98. If you wanted to sell, you come in here and you place your sell, and it'll come up just like any other exchange. And same thing for a buy. So the only thing you've got to really remember is if you're going to sell into a buy, you have to know that once you do that, it is not reversible. It's on the blockchain, so it's not something you go, oh no, I didn't mean to do that, and it's done. It's the same kind of thing like if you were selling on a regular coin exchange, because it's immediate, right? And this, you can't back out once you do that. But if you place a sell over here and say, I wanted to cancel my sell, I come over here to open orders, and you can see my sell order right here. If I click cancel, it will cancel the order at the next block. So, I mean, that should be about it that people need to know about trading and buying assets. Pick up a couple of these things, give them a shot. Like I said, all 3 of the assets that I personally released are BURSTstaker, Burst Team, and ByteInt. They all pay monthly. I just did the payouts for Burst Team and ByteInt yesterday, and BURSTstaker still has a couple more days. I'm giving it a little bit more time since it was just released. I was thinking about not doing the payouts until next month, but I decided I'm going to do a payout anyway. So if you buy some of these, you could really get a good return because there's some good staking going on, and the coins that I've been staking have been making a pretty good amount. So you could get in on this early and make a good return right now. And the way it works is when you hold the asset, the day it gets paid out, that's what you get paid out off. So it doesn't matter if you purchased the day before or 3 weeks before, you're going to get the same payout. It goes off a percentage. So there's no difference in how long you hold the asset, just that you hold the asset on the day of the payouts. So that's how the asset payouts work. So anyways, I think this should about do it, and I'll be back with some more videos on how to use Burst. And I'm real excited about a couple of new things we're releasing and our new version. So thanks, guys.